Hi friends, I hope you're doing well. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of nothing new, which is one of my favorite series to film on my channel, but this time we're doing a no makeup, mostly drugstore edition. I love doing my full face of nothing new series because it allows me to just dive into my collection, revisit things that I haven't used in a while, and focus more on like the look versus like trying a new product. The inspiration behind this look that I'm going to create is just for those mornings where you need to look fresh and you want to look ready, but you want kind of like a makeup look that you could pair with a sweatshirt like I am right now. This is perfect for busy moms, anyone that needs like a 5-minute face, and you just want to look like a better version of yourself. In order to do that, we're going to start out with skincare. I'm going to be using the RHODE Glazing Milk. This is something that has been in my routine literally since it launched. It's amazing. I feel like for a really good no makeup look, you kind of have to focus a little bit more on your skincare. It doesn't mean it has to be complex, but just using something or a couple of products right before your makeup to help prime. Like if I could choose between a primer or good skincare underneath makeup when I'm in a pinch, I'm always going to reach for skincare. I just think it has the most natural effect and it makes your makeup look the best. We're going to pair that with the NATURIUM Multi-Peptide Moisturizer. Just a little bit because the RHODE Glazing Milk is pretty hydrating. This is also a really good time to kind of give yourself a little massage, sculpt out the cheekbones slightly, get a little blood flow going into your face. I feel like honestly that also helps in the end result of your makeup look, even if it's a no makeup kind of a day. When I think no makeup and makeup that I know complexion wise is going to perform and look good and look like skin, I always think about my L'Oreal skin tint. This is called the True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tint and Serum. I'm sure you guys have heard of it, heard me talk about it. I wear the shade 0.5 to 2. The only thing I don't love is the packaging. It is a disaster to work with, but I still love the formula so much, so I keep using it. So I'm just gonna put a bit of that on the back of my hand. And with my BK Beauty 101 brush, I'm gonna pick that up. And I'm gonna start by applying this in the center of the face. I don't like to start applying foundation on my nose either, because I feel like if there's too much product there on a no makeup day, it looks a little obvious. So I like to start kind of on the cheeks. That's where I have most redness. So I'll start here and then just blend it out. Never forgetting to blend it down onto the neck as well, because nothing is a dead giveaway more than a foundation that's not blended down onto the neck. Then it's very clear that you're wearing foundation, you know what I mean? I then take what's left and apply it to my nose. You can see how glorious my complexion looks, but it still literally looks like my skin. I always love to take a little sponge. This one is from Ciele. I'm going to just press that into the skin. You know what you guys got me into all over again is the Tower 28 concealer. I set this on my desk after filming the top 10 concealers according to you. And after reading some of your reviews on this, because this was in the lineup, I was like, I need to revisit that. And I have, and it's so good. I'm just dotting a little bit of that just under my eyes. If you've got blemishes, I mean, I still have some acne scars and things like that, but for a no makeup day, I'm really not worried. I mostly just want my under eyes to look more fresh. So I'm taking that, just dotting a bit underneath the eyes, and then blending it out with my BK Beauty A506 brush. I'm also taking a bit of that and putting it on the eyelid. A good trick for concealer for a no makeup day not only is to apply a little bit less, but also to apply it lower and then blend it with your brush up toward the lash line, but don't like apply it on the lash line or too high, otherwise it can kind of get caked up and you'll be able to kind of see that you're wearing concealer. So that's another little trick I love. I love using this freckle pen. This is the Beaubble and Rudi Berry freckle pen. To me, it really does give that no makeup effect. However, I like to go pretty light. So I wanted it to look as natural as possible. So I just dot some on the side of my nose and then I press it into the skin. I always like to do my freckle pen before powder because I find that it looks more natural that way. If I do it after powder, it doesn't sink into the skin or like fade as much as I want it to. So I always start before powder. I just think it makes everything look so cute and so fresh. And it just adds to that, is she wearing makeup or not kind of vibe. That's enough for me. I was going through my drugstore drawers and I found my PIXI H2O Skinveil powder. This is such an amazing drugstore lightweight powder. This is one that is virtually undetectable on the skin. Now it is going to leave you a little bit more glowy than say, the Huda Beauty powder that I love so much. But again, for this kind of a look, I think it's gonna be perfect. So I'm just gonna buff that underneath the eyes, in the T-zone, on the eyelid. And this is kind of where I will take a little powder and honestly almost buff and scribble it into the complexion. You don't need to be like too precious with this. And this is gonna set the face, but also still keep it hydrated, which again, I think is key to looking healthy in a pinch, to making it not look powdery or like you're wearing too much makeup. So I'm just kind of buffing that all over. I'm adding a bit to the outside of the face, but I'm not carrying too much. Yeah, this powder is so good. I love it. Then I'm gonna take a big old brush. This is the BK Beauty 102 brush, and I'm gonna go into my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I just wanted like a nice soft matte powder that I could dust all over the face. So I'm just swirling my big brush into that. This bronzer smells so good. It has like a coconut scent to it. And instead of like being super precise and trying to like contour, you'll see I'm literally like slapping this on my face. I do love to put a bit of bronzer on the forehead, as you guys know. So I'm gonna do that as well, but it can get in the brows. I literally don't care. And I feel like the less careful you are almost, I mean, you still wanna have like proper bronzer placement, but just kind of dusting it everywhere helps it look like your skin just got like sun-kissed versus, oh, you know, she tried to shape and contour. For this specific look, I think that vibe is just better. I like to dust a little on the eyelid too, and then I know this brush is huge, but I'll kind of pinch the brush and run it down the sides of my nose and across. And see, it's just like a light little dusting of a bit of bronzer, but it really does so much. Next, I'm gonna fill my brows with my Holy Grail brow pencil. This is one that I created for my brand, RAVIE Beauty. This is the Easy Everyday Brow Pencil. I wear the shade Dark Brown. This is non-negotiable for me. I always have to fill in my brows. If you're somebody that has a little bit more full brows, for a no makeup day, you could just do a like tinted brow gel or whatever works for you. For me, I always have to shape out my brows. And for this look, like I'm not gonna go crazy. I just want it to look like a natural extension of my brows, which is why I love this brow pencil so much, because it's so thin, but it's not too thin, you know, to where you can't fill in your brows really quickly, but it looks so natural, especially when you flip it over, brush out the formula. Like it makes all the difference. You can see it doesn't look like, oh my gosh, she filled in her brows. It just looks natural. That's why I love it. Next, we're gonna add a little bit of blush. I'm gonna go in with my other Holy Grail. This is also from RAVIE Beauty. I designed this to be the perfect everyday blush. This is our Endless Diffusion Everyday Baked Blush. It is so good. I'm gonna be wearing the shade Daydream today. I just think it's a really nice natural color. Honestly, if you have Paradise, this would be a great shade to use for a look like this. We're currently sold out of this. We're working on a restock. It will be restocking soon. But I have been on a little Daydream kick lately. I'm gonna pair that with my RAVIE Beauty blush brush, which was custom designed by me to work perfectly with this formula. And it's so fun to hear how much you guys love this brush. I get so many compliments and it means so much to me because I was so picky with this. So it makes me happy that you guys love it. I'm just gonna dip into this. The thing that I love about a baked formula, especially this one, is it melts into the skin. This one is basically like a cream meets powder because it is a powder, but it's so creamy that when you apply it, it literally melts into the skin and looks like skin, which is why it's perfect for every day. So you can tap the product in, but also I designed this brush so that you could kind of like tip it here and really buff, which warms up the blush into the skin without moving around your makeup and helps it look literally just like a natural flush. I always like to take a bit across my nose, and I am gonna put a bit on the eyelid as well, because we're not doing eyeshadow, but I want things to look cohesive, so I like to do that as well. For mascara, we're gonna do a drugstore favorite of mine. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. For an everyday look, I'm not gonna layer it up too much. I'm gonna focus it mostly on the top lashes. I'm just gonna do basically one layer for just a bit of definition. I like having a bit of mascara on the lower lashes. Some people don't. Okay. I'm gonna wipe off any foundation I got on the lips. We're gonna do a hint of lip liner. I'm gonna use this KYLIE Cosmetics Precision Pout Lip Liner in the shade Stone. And I'm just very lightly tracing around the edges of the lips. Like, It's almost gonna look like I'm not even wearing lip liner, but I still like to add in this step personally because I feel like a defined lip looks more polished, even if it looks natural and blurred. This has been my personal go-to daily lipstick over the past several days. This is Effortless Lips, which is also from RAVIE Beauty. I created this to be the perfect everyday lipstick, specifically in the shade Lily though. I've been reaching for like crazy. It's a perfect kind of nudie pink, so it doesn't look overdone. It gives you a nice like kind of lip balm feel and finish. You can build it up if you want to, but on more of like an everyday basis, I don't really worry about it being too built up, if that makes sense. I just want my lips to look nice and healthy and fresh, and this color does the trick for me. It just looks like, yeah, healthy lips, but it's not too bright. I've been really loving this color all over again. Okay, next we're gonna assess the situation, add a little more bronzer with what's left on that brush. Then I'm gonna set the face. Today I'm gonna use the CALIRAY Surfproof Setting Spray. This is one of my favorites for every day. Let me tell you, it's the perfect balance of like hydration and longevity, which is great for everyday looks. Okay, I'll let that sink in, and I always love to take my sponge and press the setting spray into the complexion. I think it just makes your skin look like skin. You can see, hopefully, how there's not like an ounce of makeup showing on my skin. It just looks fresh. And that's what I love about this trick. We're gonna set the brows. Where did I put that? Here she is. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Gel. This is a little bit more of a heavy duty brow gel, but it's a great one from the drugstore. So I'm just gonna brush that through to make sure my brows look nice and clean and stay in place all day. All right, my friends. I feel like this is the perfect, fresh, busy mom, on the go, 5-minute face. No makeup, you know? You could definitely take away any of these steps if you feel like this still looks too makeup-y to you. In person though, like I wish I could show you guys in person how my skin especially just looks like skin. That's the ultimate goal with this type of a makeup look for me. But it's still gonna wear well. These are all products that I stand behind, and I feel like the end result is just so fresh and beautiful. Hopefully you can tell. Can you not tell how like radiant, glowy, and healthy my skin looks? It looks like I got a lot of sleep, which I didn't. Looks like I've been eating healthy, taking good care of myself. This is a great little routine. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. Let me know if you end up recreating this. Please tag me. I would love to see your looks, and I want to know like how this routine works on you. That was so fun for me to do. I love these full face of nothing new videos. It just really allows me to have freedom with the makeup look, revisit things that I haven't used in a while, or show you guys things that I use off camera all the time in my real everyday routine, like this lipstick, all the things. So I hope you guys found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I would love for you to join the family. And yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a fabulous day wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you.